So I go to my aunt's for around 20, 25 days, something like that. And well, let's back up. They started on the eviction bandwagon because of the harassment that they were giving me. One of the harassing issues was to get to my room and from the outside of the house, you go through the bathroom. The septic tank, there was no septic tank, and they had told me in the past that for 15 years, basically they hadn't had it pumped, and the water was going down into the rainwater system due to the older guy that lived with them before digging a trench for it to divert down into the water system. So anyway, the septic tank started acting up around it was right before Mother's Day, and they continued to let it back up. I had to daily look at shit piled up into the toilet, into the bathtub, and had to deal with it myself because that's the first thing I saw when I walked out of my room. So after 2 weeks of that, I called Roto-Rooter, and Mother's Day they come out. The guy was flabbergasted because when he dug up and saw, he said, I have never seen in 14 years a septic tank that is not there. He said there's no septic tank there. And the lid was broken due to the fact that his partner boy took a sledgehammer and crushed it in to let it drain better. But anyway, that's another story. Anyway, so after that, that's when the eviction thing come hard and heavy. And I found out that I was revoked. My power of attorney was revoked. He took over. And basically, I found out that he had withdrew $40,000 out of his annuity account. And I knew he was power of attorney. The old man didn't know the $40,000 that came out, or didn't understand about it, because I confronted him with the video. The convict would not let him talk to me by himself. He would always be by his side, or arm in arm, and tell Grady to come in here. Don't listen to him. He don't know what he's talking about. Well, come to find out, he put his name down as power of attorney on all three accounts. 180, 200, maybe $200,000. The first 30 days, he withdrew $40,000. He bought a new car, tore up the old car that I had kept running for the time I've been there, 6 years. He put water in the tank and blowed a tire out one day, and the next day, after I put a new tire back on it that I had found in the past, 2 tires that fit that car. He was sort of mad because I had another tire. He blew that one out, and then whenever he got it home, it started smoking bad because he put water in the tank or into the motor. So he bought a new car. Now all this stuff is on Adult Protective Services. If this happens, that happens, this happens, that happens, call us. Everything I could check off on their website. Everything. So I called them. They were supposed to call back within 24 hours. I didn't hear for 2 weeks. Called them back, and this lady must have gotten in trouble because whenever she did finally reach me, she had no desire to listen to me. It sounded like she was getting her nails done and she was rolling her eyes because she didn't want to hear a thing. Told her the story, and then I'd forgot to tell her some stuff and called her back 4 times to give her the rest of the information. She never called back. That time I found out that he had supposedly redid a will and had put his name down as beneficiary 100% on all of his annuities, and I need to give her that information. I finally get a hold of her, and she had told me that she was not needing any more information, that she already closed the case. Okay. Holly Springs detective was by her side because she was in the past, and the Holly Springs detective was telling me and letting me know that if anything else happened to give her a call. Well, this time convict got a hold of them beforehand and started his conning telling her that Grady wanted me evicted because I wasn't paying bills. And so she got on that bandwagon and stayed on that bandwagon through the end. She believed the con man. She went all the way to the point to not calling me back, or the 4 times that I went to give her messages at the police department, she didn't respond. The only time she responded was when I did go to my aunt's and returned, and my room had been broken into. The cameras that I had evidence on had been stolen, and my room was ransacked, and they stole, I don't know what else. I have like $4,000 worth of stuff. Pretty much had the police come out, make a report, and I'll tell you that in the next video.